Hi, Kelly here from freebiefindingmom.com, and I am so excited to share with you a new item that is in our shop. It is a bundle of our 2023 daily planner pages, and these aren't any planner pages. These are editable PDFs, which means these are files that you can type directly into. So the days of having to print everything off and then handwrite it in are over. So with this daily planner, I'll take you through it, but you'll be able to type directly into the planner. Trust me, you will love this. I love it. I started using it last year. I know a handful of you did as well. This is your first opportunity for most of you to have access to these planner pages. So I cannot wait for you to get them. You will also receive in this bundle our custom designed life planner binder. In this binder, you can store your daily planner pages. It's a 1-inch 3-ring binder. Here's the front, custom design. Here's the back. And this is a really high quality binder. Use this to store all your important documents, not just your daily planner pages. I'll show you here. This is my daily planner, actually. So this is some of what I have filled out already. And in here, you have plenty of space to store, in addition to daily planner pages, maybe some of our budgeting sheets you have, maybe some chore charts or cleaning schedules. Maybe you want to use this to store other important documents. Like maybe you want to just have all your insurance papers all in one centralized location. So if paper clutter maybe is an issue for you and you want to get on top of it here in 2023, then store those important papers that you want to keep in a centralized place and then get rid of those papers that you don't need and don't want. So I love this planner. I think you will as well. I will say we do not have many of these to go around. There are very limited quantities on these. So if you do want it, I would not wait. But I think you'll really enjoy that. And of course, our daily planner pages, I mentioned before, are editable PDFs. So PDFs that you can type directly into. And a PDF file is typically what you download when you download any of my printables. So if you've been able to open those, then you should be able to open this and edit it as well. So you'll receive in this download all 3 covers. You'll get a pink cover, a blue, and a green. You will also get the 1 year at a glance look. You will also receive some of the major holidays as well. And you will be able to get, this is my favorite part, honestly, the monthly pages. And this is where you can click and type directly into the cells. So say, for example, in January the 4th, let's say my son Ian's eye appointment, we'll say at 9:30 a.m. As you can see, I can type directly into that cell and it's nice and neat and organized. And I'll tell you, there are so many reasons why I love having these editable PDFs. And this is something you guys have asked me for as well. And one of the reasons is because it is so nice and neat. And I will show you my planner, my personal planner that I set up on New Year's Eve here in a minute. And you'll see it's so organized. It's nice and neat. And if you're anything like me, I find that some days I have, a lot of things on one day. So let's say on January the 4th, we have a lot going on. Let's say we have Ian's eye appointment. Let's say he has a Spanish lesson at, let's say 5:15. Although typically he has Spanish lessons on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but for this example, let's say he has a Spanish lesson. Let's say that I have to go to school to take yearbook pictures because I do the yearbook for the school. So take yearbook pictures and as you see here, when I clicked return, the font adjusted. So what that means is so for those days where you have a lot of things that you need to put in a box, it will adjust the font and make it a little smaller so you have room for it. And I tell you why I love that. I love that because if you're like me, where you had a lot of things on one day, a lot of times I'd be drawing arrows like, I write it in January the 3rd, but it really was intended for the 4th, or I would put it above the box, or I put it in the margins. And it made my planner so disorganized, sloppy, and honestly hard to read. It also resulted in me getting stressed out. Like I would open my planner and be like, is this everything for January the 4th? I have an arrow here. And sometimes I'd have random Post-its in my planner. Very inefficient. Like I say, difficult to read and increased my stress as well. And so what I found is when I started using this editable file, it did make everything so much easier to read, more organized, faster to fill out too. So for example, I mentioned before, my son Ian does Spanish. He has Spanish lessons on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So let's say he has a Spanish lesson at 5:15 was the typical time, although it's changed a bit this year. So say it's Spanish lesson at 5:15. So instead of having to handwrite that in a typical planner, I can copy and paste it. So there are all the Tuesday lessons. Now I'm going to go here for Thursday and fill those in. See how much faster it is also to fill out your schedule. Not only is it easier to read, more organized, but it's also going to save you time with filling out your schedule. The other thing I want to point out is in the notes section here. I love this. This is where you're going to capture anything that you would normally maybe write a post-it for, put in the margins, or put on a notes page. Put it here in the column. So say, for example, let's say I need to make haircut appointment for Ian for next week. Let's say buy birthday gift for John. So you see, this is any of those kind of post-its or notes that you would write in the margins, capture them here. It's nice and neat and organized and easier to read. Okay. And like I said, when I would open my planner I started using this about towards the end of first quarter into second quarter last year. And I will tell you, before that, I used to have, like I said, post-its everywhere. They'd fall out and I'd be like, what was this phone number for again? And I knew there's something I need to remember, but I can't remember where that went. It was very inefficient. So now this is actually my planner that I set up, like I said, on New Year's Eve. And you can see it's so much more organized. I can have several things in on one day and it's not an issue to read. And it didn't stress me out. Like I say, even though it's, there's several things on some days, when I would open my planner, it doesn't stress me out because I can see it easily. It's very organized. And like I say, it's just in a very organized fashion, and it doesn't create as much anxiety as what I had before. So I love using this planner. And like I said, you'll get, of course, January all the way through December. And you see, like here, some other notes I had, like if I have to make an orthodontist follow-up for Ian, or my gyno appointment I need to follow up on. I know last year at the end of my appointment, she didn't have her book open for next year to schedule. So I made a note to myself to call sometime in the summer to book that for the following year, for like late November, early December. So anyways, you're going to get the January through December monthly planner pages. These are editable PDFs that you can type directly into. Plus, you will get our custom design binder. This is going to help you get organized in your daily schedule, and then also just those important documents. Keep them all in this life planner binder. I hope it helps you out this year and you really enjoy it as much as I do. Have a good day, friend.